would never believe those people of Columbus. I was showered with the nastiest slurs. I don't know where they came from. All I heard was tar baby this and jungle bunny that. I'm not even black. Welcome to Racist of the Week. This is where we expose the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can throw them in the comments or you can email me at admin@reesewaters.com. Today's nominee, these cornballs in Ohio.
They got these punk-ass Nazis out here, y'all.
They lost their goddamn mind.
They wanted to die today. They done came to the wrong hood with that shit.
Hey, you feel me? Yeah, burn that up. Burn that bitch burn. Let that bitch burn. Yeah. What I'm talking about? I'm out. Still Lincoln Heights is on 15 shit. Perfect.
Yeah, my city about that shit for real. Them boys at the wrong ones, they try to go to zone 15 with that shit. Y'all better learn y'all history on Cincinnati. That's a city of resistance. Go play with somebody else. You about to start seeing this more and more, so y'all better stock up and get y'all ammo up. It's about to get crazy.
Y'all should have knew better than that. The Bengals season been over for months. These people full of free time and frustration.
People from the historically black Lincoln Heights community were quick to tell a group of people waving swastika flags on that overpass over I-75 that they are not welcome here.
That's the reporter? Did he get hit with a stray?
In fact, that black blob on the concrete right over there is the charred remnants of one of those flags burned to a crisp. Waving swastika flags, some armed with rifles. Eric Ruffin took this video of a group of apparent Nazis in Lincoln Heights where he says they called him the N-word.
Officially letting you know there is racism in America. This is absolutely ridiculous that I got to deal with this.
Other videos show counter-protesters breaking through a police line to confront them. The group that eventually grew to more than 100 took a swastika emblazoned flag and set it aflame, leaving just this blob.
Did my man show up to a counter-protest in slides? Looks like he showed up to a counter-protest in slides. Just in case you were wondering how much of a threat they perceived you to be. Extreme comfort over here. Extreme comfort. And he came in Bengal slides at that, which tells you he was okay if it went poorly. He just came to scrap.
Charlene Evans helped set it on fire.
Are they spitting? They spitting on the charred blob that used to be the flag. I ain't playing with Cincinnati. I ain't playing with Cincinnati. I actually got asked to go down there to go bananas. I used to perform there back in the day. I don't know now. Cause if it goes bad, they'll spit on my blob.
In this neighborhood, we do stand for something. This here turf is golden soil, and it won't be tarnished with things like that.
One man arranged bullets to spell out LH on the flag, a message not to return to Lincoln Heights.
My man spelled out LH on the charred remains that used to be your flag. I ain't messing with them. I ain't messing with them at all. Nah. When the revolution come, send in Lincoln Heights. Yeah, send in Lincoln Heights. I'll be right behind them. Yeah, I'll be right behind Lincoln Heights when the revolution comes. I will follow the LH.
To lower the temperature,
we need you, Lord, now to come in and get stuff.
Lincoln Heights Baptist Church began a spontaneous prayer.
It's all about faith. We are doing the work of God.
Now, I want to shout out to those ministers who led the prayer around the charred remains of the flag. Now, I do have one question. Was the LH in bullets there before the prayer, or he came and put that in after? I guess it depends on whether it was one of those churches where you wear your Sunday's best or your Saturday night's best. That'll tell you everything.
Still, anger went beyond the white supremacist display to the police who kept the group separate.
Nobody's coming to save us. They allowing the Nazis in.
In a statement, the Evendale Police Department says that while the protest was very offensive, it was not illegal. Look, the Sheriff's Department responding in a statement of their own that they responded to de-escalate the situation and make sure that no one was hurt. Looking forward, Pastor Julian Cook has a message.
There are obviously people who want to spread hate right now. To those people, what is your message?
You will not win. You will not win. You may try, but we have a history of being able to push past these things, as difficult as they may be. You will not win.
And on that note, I want to say how heartened I felt at seeing all of those brothers with their arms interlocking, and how that has brought this community together. And yes, I am indeed shocked that this was not only lawful, but in that woman's words, allowed. Shocked.
There has been a long list of statements and addresses from politicians, the NAACP, and more. For all of that, head over to WCPO.com. In Lincoln Heights, I'm Sean Delancey, WCPO 9 News.
The Jewish Federation of Cincinnati also condemned the display of what they called Nazi symbols today, calling them reprehensible.
We are not going to be intimidated. We are going to be proud to be Jewish. And our response to hate is really to reaffirm our commitment to strengthening community bonds.
You just heard from the CEO of the Jewish Federation of Cincinnati reacting to not only the hateful display, but also the nearby residents of Evendale and Lincoln Heights who showed up to protest the neo-Nazi demonstration.
I want to talk to the CEO of Wardrobe. Did she know that she was coming in to do the Nacho story? Like, was she aware? She was. She must have been furious. She said, y'all told me to come in for the fashion show. Y'all told me to come in for the fashion story. And now I'm out here talking about nachos on the bridge. I'm out here looking like a David Bowie cover band talking about hate in 2025. I just need to know what that brother's internal monologue was when she came out like that. Like, I need to know. He was like, I'm about to punch this thing. I'm about to. Word. That's how we doing this, huh? Because I was trying to go viral too, but not like that.
Yeah, so by the time we showed up, there was a Jeep that was smashed to bits right about here in the parking lot, and we're told that was because there was a lot of anger over what they saw on the bridge just over there. They saw hatred and they saw racism, and they say that there was a lot of hurt over what they saw here.
Tried to elevate myself and hold myself to a level of responsibility and accountability and charity and business ownership that I could be proud of. And I got to stop at a stop sign and somebody called me the N-word.
Eric Ruffin stared down a group of people holding Nazi flags and guns just a few hundred feet from his business. Anyone who drove along I-75 near Evendale Friday afternoon saw the same thing.
Officially letting you know there is racism in America.
Oh, they are officially letting us know, whether it was letting somebody who advocated for eugenics and wanted to normalize Indian hate back into Doge, whether it was having somebody in the State Department who said we need competent white men. Oh yeah, they are absolutely letting us know that hate is here in America. And by the way, that dude look kind of familiar. Ain't I seen him somewhere before?
What's up, yeah, we see your gun, bitch. You see that gun? Fight the power. You're going to jail, bitch. Fight the power. Fucking fight the power. Fucking you fucking
Now that's how you deal with hate right there. That is how you deal with hate right there. They say success is the best revenge. What they didn't tell you was the soundtrack to success is fight the power.
Residents of nearby Lincoln Heights soon arrived to protest the Nazi demonstration.
This is something that we all need to take a stand for. We need them to know this is not the 1960s. This is 2025. We are not playing at this time around.
We're told the people on the bridge came and went in a U-Haul, leaving shortly after locals arrived. Evendale police released a statement that the demonstration, while offensive, was legal. Protesters took issue with that response.
You're allowed to have a protest, but where's your permit? Where's your permission? And then inciting hate, calling people niggas. That's not right.
That's right. We asking for your paperwork. Yeah, we asking for your paperwork. We did the same thing with the Proud Boys. And now they owned by Metropolitan AME. We want to see your paperwork. That's what we doing in 2025. Oh yeah. The face of Karen has changed.
When Fox 19 arrived, this car had its windows smashed and its tires slashed. Protesters stated that they believed it belonged to one of the men with the Nazi flags.
Now, that vehicle might have belonged to one of the men with the nacho flag, or that might have been also somebody trying to get creative revenge on a cheating ex. That my money is on that one. Yeah, my money is on that one. Girl, you're not gonna believe this. I got all of Lincoln Heights to slash his tires. Oh yeah, yeah. Eric ain't gonna be stepping out on me no more.
That's hate. That's what hate is. That's what hate gets you.
Protesters say they were shocked and disgusted by what they saw on that overpass, but their gathering was about standing together.
This is unity. This is all you. Nobody's here to fight. Nobody's here to cause any trouble. Nobody's here to do any of that. But what we're not going to do is have hatred.
This love, like this united. Like we united. Like
I hope that this can change, but you have to realize that this is a big issue.
Protesters say they saw hate and they stood their ground. They say they want to know if the masked people on that bridge will simply retreat without repercussions.
What's going to happen next? That's the question. What happens next?
That is a great question. What happens next? Because we have seen this before. We saw this time and time again in Nashville. In fact, I had to keep updating my reports on everything that was happening there. And while we're in Ohio, we saw this not too long ago in Columbus.
Y'all done?
It's time to be real. We in 2024. Come on, how many years do we got to go through this?
And while we're here, I just want to give a shout out to the people of Columbus, because I gave you all a bit of a hard time in that particular video. But that was before I saw this. Body cam footage. Neo-nachos who marched in Short North claim to be victims. A group of nachos who marched through the Short North this month weren't arrested because police determined they were not the aggressors in a scrap that broke out according to documents and the video footage. In body cam footage Columbus police released on Monday, the nachos told police they had never experienced a response like the one they received in Columbus. Anytime you can give the quote, "I have never experienced a response like that in all of my days of marching for hate," you probably got too many marches for hate under your belt. You know what I mean? You never want to be a veteran of something like that. That doesn't, you put that on your resume, you know, that nobody likes that. They had never experienced a response like the one they received in Columbus. They said people pulled pews on them and threw cans and vegetables as they marched. Who raided the Salvation Army basket? Huh? Who raided the Salvation Army basket? That was for the children. That was for the children. Can you imagine messing up your good hate shirt? You got cream corn all over your good hate shirt. You know, now it just looks like you advocating for German vegetables. He said people threw cans and vegetables as they marched, waved flags, and yelled slurs. One of the officers noted the men were covered in pepper spray. You accuse them of yelling slurs? You accuse them of yelling slurs. What were they? Huh? What were they? You would never believe those people of Columbus. I was showered with the nastiest slurs. I don't know where they came from. All I heard was tar baby this and jungle bunny that. I'm not even black. Now, you would think the vegetables was the funniest part of this article, But if you scroll down, police said they'd received a report that they were spraying people with pepper spray and hairspray. Who brought Afro Sheen? Huh? Who brought Afro Sheen? Cause you know what I mean? Cause they gonna know we was there when they see cans of Afro Sheen down there. You can't blame that on the nachos. You know they didn't leave that there. What is that down there? It says mixed chicks? Huh. A jar of mixed chicks. I guess that could go either way. So I do want to send a salute out to the people of Columbus for your resourcefulness, but also here to the people of Cincinnati for using something disgusting to come together as a community.
They jumped into a U-Haul, man. We pushed up on the bridge, grabbed the flag, and as the people here, we burnt the flag right over there.
Howard was coming home from school and says he couldn't believe what he was seeing. He's feeling intimidated.
And I'm like, wow, we still doing that in 2025? We just got to have some meetings about it because I'm fearing for my life. I walk outside all the time, and now I got to be in fear just in case anything could happen now.
Other local leaders heard the same message.
This is a historic community as well, and these were people who had marched. Some of them had been with King and had been in that movement, and now they're seniors, and they're like, we can't believe that we're back at this point.
Lincoln Heights Village Council member Durance Daniels says this protest will be top of mind at the next council meeting.
Proud in our residents for, showing up, you saying that, hey, we're not going to allow anybody to come in and bully us in any type of way, especially in this moment.
He also wants to talk to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office and Evendale Police for not breaking up the neo-Nazis protest sooner. Evendale Police say although it was an ugly display, it wasn't unlawful and no arrests were made. Reese says the only way to stop it is to take a stand against it.
This is not going to be the place where you're going to set up shop here. And I think we've got enough people that are willing to say, hey, I'm going to speak out and I'm not going to let this happen on our watch.
That's right. This brought out everybody, all the way from the elders who had marched with King, all the way to Hood News 75.
What is going on? It is Hood News 75, and a hate group came to Lincoln Heights in Cincinnati, Ohio, because they thought it was acceptable to come here and start some BS and leave.
Yeah, and they got their flag. Yeah. And they got their flag. Talk nice to us. You understand?
I love my people. I love my people. And I'm proud of y'all. But y'all be safe out there. They want to see us act out. They want to see us act out. They're looking for a reason for us to act out. Just be safe out there. My thing is, why would y'all go out there to Cincinnati, Ohio, Lincoln Heights? Me personally, any place that's got heights in it, I know it's hood and in the ghetto. Hey, personal experience. Personal experience.
Let me think. Lincoln Heights, Ladera Heights, Capitol Heights, District Heights. Yeah, that actually, yeah, I can't dispute that.
I have a brother who lives in Ohio. I asked him, how hood is Lincoln Heights? He told me, depends on the day. There are a bunch of crash outs. It's one of those places where you go point A to point B and get out. Why would you go there? Huh?
He raises an excellent question. Why would you go there? I think he actually answered that question earlier, because they want to see us act out.
I love my people, and I'm proud of y'all. But y'all be safe out there. They want to see us act out. They want to see us act out. They're looking for a reason for us to act out. Just be safe out there.
The inflaming of emotions is the point. The audacity is the point. And we have seen that time and time again with the kinds of decisions that are being made all the way from the top on down.
Y'all know that incident with the Nazis in Cincinnati where, the black people rallied up and actually scared them off and burned their flag? That shit was awesome, by the way. But I was on Twitter and I saw the Nazi end of the recording, like on the Nazi side. And it was a perfect example of how privilege fades, right? They were so comfortable calling them slurs from afar because they're thinking the police is not going to let them touch them. And some of them are going, oh, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. Fuck all of them. Until they kept getting closer, until they eventually scared them off, until they took their flag and started burning their flag. No fight in sight. I ain't see a single fight in any of the videos yet. But clearly they got close enough to where they took the flag. That was beautiful. We need more of that. We need more of that. Fuck these Nazis, bro.
I'm with the opposition, but as the first gentleman said, let's make sure we stay safe and we stay responsible, because one thing we definitely don't want to do is to give them an excuse.
A lot of people was talking about what happened in Cincinnati, Ohio. There was about 13 people dressed in all black with rifles, waving swastikas and doing what they do. Here's the thing. They were very strategic in where they went. They went to a place called Lincoln Heights, and that's in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's the thing. They was waving around a banner, a Yahtzee banner.
Yahtzee, huh? I kind of like Yahtzee. Y'all let me know if y'all prefer Yahtzee or Nacho. Hit me up.
Now, if you don't know that the area that they were in is a historically black village. And let me just give y'all some history on it. So basically, it was founded like in the 1920s as a suburb for black and brown owners. And it was the first African-American led self-governing community. And it was north of the Mason-Dixon line. This is exactly where these people with the flags and all of that started doing their yaya. To this day, it remains 95% of African-Americans. Here's the thing. The people in our community was like, wait, what? The people in our community was not having it. So they proceeds to go find a truck that they believe belonged to one of the 13 people that was dressed in all black showing out. And they went to the Jeep, slashed the tires, broke the windows, was burning the flag. I mean, they was like, what's up? People in the community was like, we standing up. Y'all not finna come over here with that. This is not the generation. Ooh! And this is what people have been talking about. This is the spirit. This is the spirit of a certain individual who every time you pop your head up and you decide to be a biggie wig, a head honcho, elect over the country, all of a sudden we start hearing and seeing mess like this pop off. It makes you wonder.
Well, it doesn't make me wonder, but it definitely provides a suspicious sheen of deniability for far too many people. I will ask the question that I've already asked once this week. I believe talking about Doge. It's one thing to say we don't like being called racist. It's one thing to say that's not all of us. How do you characterize? How do you, how do you paint with such a broad brush and whatnot? One thing we know is that consistently, these people have shown the same political preference. And why would that be when you are so loud in denying that you are, in fact, racist? Because I don't think it was a Biden voter in that U-Haul. Now, I wonder why they love you. And they do love a U-Haul, too. We saw that in Nashville. They definitely love a U-Haul. Are they recruiting at U-Haul?
Now, I'm going to say this. Y'all not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Just so y'all know, get ready, because this is already starting. There is a spirit in the land. The Bible says in the last days, one of the actual seals, one of the horse comes on its rider, I'm paraphrasing the scripture, by the way. And one of them symbolizes taking peace from the earth. But y'all not trying to hear that, though. There is a sense of chaos that is trying to sit in this country, a specific spirit of chaos, chaotic foolery. And even though that happened in Cincinnati, Ohio, I believe if that happens in the wrong area, in the wrong place, it's going to go left, because it is the spirit that has been unleashed. It's part of that witchcraft spirit that I've been telling y'all about, manipulation, to implement certain demonic things on a lot of different people. That's all I can say. People don't realize is hatred for anybody is a spirit. It dwells in the spirit of anger. It dwells in so many other spirits that's wrapped into that. People just don't hate just because they're mean. It's invoked by a demonic entity, a demonic spirit.
I think I picked up most of that. At one point, I almost went and got a Ouija board and some crystals that I had. Actually, they're not real crystals. It's just the bottom of a crystal light bag. But I almost was about to go get that. But I think I picked up most. I think I picked up most of it. I just want everybody to have their eyes and ears open and be attuned with one another. We have seen all of the things that I've laid out in this video. And none of that is a coincidence. Hello? Huh? What? They slashed your tires? Look, man, I told you, as long as you out there doing dirt, you gotta stay in a garage. You can't be parking out in public while you stepping out all over town. And you just gonna leave it out there in Lincoln Heights? Huh? How hood? That depends on the day.